Yeah.
All right.
Yay.
5, 4, 3,
I'm just way too
2,
accustomed to. What are you doing?
1. Wildly uninteresting.
Was your heart in that?
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
That's fine.
What the
I was like,
fuck
watching
is
you
up?
do that, it made me realize like I hang around people that break up weed too much. Like you can't even sort the Smarties without me thinking, oh yeah, where's that blunt?
Yeah.
Bust that weed up.
I'm about to roll up a blunt.
What
That's
is
what
the
I'm
fuck
doing.
is going on?
good.
Welcome to Wildly Uninteresting Podcast.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody.
I want to say my name because I like to say my name. It's Adam.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Sarah.
We always
Yeah.
fuck this
Yeah.
up. We don't know who we are.
Who are we?
I
On the
am
inside.
the great I am.
I am the great I am. Don't get me started on church talk because I will go forever with this shit.
Don't do it.
Oh, okay, wait. Okay, so there's
Wait,
there's
but
a-
I want to.
no, there's
But I
an
want
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia app.
Yeah.
It's like it's a game. It's kind of like Adventure Capitalist, where you like have the gang run schemes or whatever in the bar. And I've noticed like because all the words are typed and shit, but they edit out all the cuss words except goddamn.
What?
How's that a thing?
That's awesome.
It's funny. Like they even put an asterisk or whatever in
Yeah.
whore.
Oh,
But yeah, they're like God damn it,
Goddamn
and it's
whore.
fine.
That's awesome.
yo, it's crazy. See, that's something that I've noticed. So with a lot of those shows, that they can say "God damn it" because it's not I don't know what makes that bad. Like God, you're not damning God, you're damning the person. You're asking God to damn that
Yeah,
person.
I've had
right?
that argument with Oz before. It's like, don't damn God because you're a dumbass. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're the dumbass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he likes that one.
Bitch.
Yeah, I went over to the Rent's house the other day, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we listened to your show. We like you guys." I was like, "Awesome,
yay.
thanks."
Oh,
And then
nice.
they made me a lovely dinner.
Aw,
And they were
cool.
cute in there together, telling their filthy stories
Yeah.
and shit. But it was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so they didn't talk shit about the show.
Oh, they were like, "Oh, Mom said we cuss a little too much,"
I
Oh,
knew,
so I was
like,
knew
"Fuck
it,
you."
Yeah.
Fuck it.
and she was fine with it.
Yeah.
I sit there, we're trying to start our own company, and I was like, man, I really gotta like church up my talk and my voice, and because I mean, if it's my company and I run that shit, I want to be like shit, fuck, piss, whore, dick. It's all gonna come out.
Come up and put $1 in the fucking box.
I'm like, so I don't know how to, but I do it at church immediately when I pull up into church.
Yeah.
It clicks. I'm like, well, I can't cuss if they're around. Like my
Yeah.
dad and me out by the truck, yo, I'm
Yeah.
fucking fuck it all, shit, damn, and whore. But not with like it automatically kicks off. I guess I've grown to know that, like mom and dad teaching us. Like,
You've
don't.
always
Yeah.
been very good at that of like instantly. I know I cannot. Well, I could,
Yeah.
but I should not
Yeah, there's
cuss
a time
here.
and a place.
Yeah, and
It's
I'm
not
respectful.
maximally beneficial.
Right.
Do you think that there's a time and a place? You think we should be? Because I'll listen to Gary Vee, and he's like, he could get more followers to shit if he wouldn't cuss and stuff. He's like, but why would I want to shut myself
Yeah.
down?
I feel
Fuck
like
that.
as adults, if you can't handle hearing a word because you don't like it, like fuck, like you really have a problem with the
They
word
do,
fuck
yeah.
or shit, like
Yeah.
I don't know if I really want you listening to my shit anyway because you're upset
Exactly.
about a fucking word.
It's a way of weeding those assholes out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It's like if you're a dick to somebody and they laugh it off and then they're a dick to you,
Yeah.
they're good people.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Right.
you need to be nice to me. It's fuck them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
fuck
need
you
that
for
around.
sure.
People, that's crazy. But and that's why I'm kind of mad at myself for doing it. Because when I'm around customers, you know the ones that you can do and ones
Yeah.
you can't. But we'll be kicking the shit. I think it gets you on a more personal level when you can cuss. And
You can
it's,
just be
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. You get around a foul mouthed bitch or a foul mouthed asshole, like you're good to go. That's good work.
Absolutely.
I'd rather work like that than
Yeah.
work the other way, like eggshells. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
definitely.
I've worked for people out in Prospect, and for people who don't know, Prospect is a richer part of town. It's like our East End, fucking upper class, right?
East End isn't the same everywhere.
No, I know, right? East is part of that. Pinky's out.
Yes. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
East End is pinkies out.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
you would think
But
that
they're
they're
also kind of filthy.
Yeah, it's
filthy
just hidden.
dogs. You would think
Hidden
though,
filth.
out in that rich, like they wouldn't be that way. I've went to a lot of them and they cuss and they're just like normal people. I think people work up like the upper class, like don't mess with them.
People get mad at people who have things that they don't have that they want. So
true.
they're
Jealousy's a bitch.
Yeah, they're well off and they have these large, beautiful homes
so
and
they
all
have
this.
to be terrible.
Oh, they've
right?
got to be. Yeah.
Okay.
You're a piece
All
of
they
shit.
did was fuck over people to get that shit.
They stepped on everybody to get there.
I mean, maybe they were an asshole along the way, but I'm sure they worked their ass off too.
Absolutely.
That's oh fuck. Mom and Dad always taught us like they viewed people with money as bad. Like that's bad. You know, they got money so they're assholes. They fuck, like you just said, they fuck over everybody.
We're poor, so we're virtuous.
Yeah,
we're judging these rich people.
we are rich and
they never gave us any of that money.
Yeah, where's my bread?
Where's my bread?
Like, bitch, get out there and fucking do some work and you can have money. Why do you think someone should give you the shit that they worked for?
Right.
I don't get that.
I don't understand why people, but there's a lot of people out there that think that they should have it.
I swear.
I put a
God.
banner on the video, vote Republican. That's
Stop on my face, black and white.
black and white.
Vote Republican.
Oh yeah, like the Obama deal. But I think it's blue and red or some shit, right?
I don't
blue and
know.
red.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Put the bottom thing. Oh, it was like his banner when he was running for president. It was like change was at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
And you should have did that in the mic, you
I
asshole.
know. I was thinking the same thing.
What the fuck?
It's like this
Soundbite.
this opportunity wasting ass bitch.
Totally
Whatever.
fucked up. I
That's
gotta
okay.
drink the one to
Fuck
get to the
all
second
of
one.
you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What if you didn't want to
Shit.
drink it?
Now open it into the goddamn mic.
Hang on, I can't get my finger
Gotta
under.
prep it.
Soundbite. That was
I
terrible.
struggled. All right.
It's all right. From the
you're
struggle comes beauty.
Oh, yeah.
So better finish this one.
Yeah, you better go quick because that one's gonna lose all the
Cover
flavor.
it.
Cover it. Put your mouth
Coming
on
out.
When I was a bartender, chicks would cover their drinks with napkins.
it. Oh yeah.
And I would look at them sometimes and say, you know, I could still drug your drink.
Yeah. Thank you. Because that's stupid.
It's not helping
This
anything.
impenetrable napkin that I've got on my shit.
How'd you like working? It was like, I don't know. I've never been a bartender. I've been a server and I've like served people alcohol, but never been like a bartender is almost like a doctor or like a psychiatrist, therapist.
Yeah,
My
oh,
bad.
dude.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Therapist-y.
Yeah.
So is that what
Yeah.
it's like? That's
It's exactly
really,
like that.
no shit. You got your barkeep towel and you're just listening.
You just
cleaning glasses.
you hear shit. You like you pretend you're not hearing, and then you watch somebody go from like their stone sober persona to their drunk wild
Oh
bit.
yeah, man.
And it's nuts. Man.
So would you get drunk and shit while you were working? behind the bar?
Eventually, yes.
Oh, okay. Because I've
People would
found
tip
it.
more too, because
Yeah.
they got a little more loose
Really?
with the drinks. But you know,
But that's
fair.
right.
A little
how it
more
should be.
loose with the drinks.
A little
He's
loose.
just,
little
round of
loosey-goosey.
10 shots.
I'm drunk,
That's
I
on
don't
me.
care.
Yeah.
Fucking take it all.
That's probably why they closed.
I would do that for like my Wednesday regulars. I'd sometimes just dump them out a bunch of Jaeger and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, let's get it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
It's a pretty laid back setup.
I
Though.
won't tell if you don't.
And I feel like if you're like that, you make more money in tips and shit like that. Like you just said, I would be that way. Like fuck it, that is like one of the best jobs. I'm sure there's a lot more out there that people love, but that would be one that's like that'd be hard to give up.
Yeah.
Like because I guess they don't do benefits, right?
Right.
Right.
Now you're pretty doomed.
Yeah, on that situation. But I mean, if you can really get out there and get it, like there's some dudes at that what's the gay club out here? The
Play.
first one.
No.
The first one that was down here was
The one that's not there anymore?
maybe.
Yeah, I
the
know.
hell is
What
it
the
called?
fuck was it
I
called?
just think of Needham and Appletinis.
I know.
Well,
It's down
it'll
on
come
Main
to us.
Street, isn't it?
Yeah, it's downtown instead of out on
Down
Bardstown.
on Main Street.
But there were gay fellows that would work there, and they would make a fucking they've hit on me, and I tipped them like, yo,
Yeah.
if a dude
You
hit
make
on
me
like,
feel pretty,
Connection.
dude.
You- connections.
Connections! Damn it! What a theme happening.
Yeah.
That's
we're
crazy.
fucking up all the rules.
I know, that's all right. We're
All the
excited.
rules. I was like, don't laugh
Fuck
into the
the
mic.
rules.
She's like, "Rah."
Don't
No,
hit the
I
table.
moved after. Yeah.
Damn
Fuck
it.
it, man.
Break the table.
That's
fuck
great.
it. That's right. Yo, but they would say that they would walk away with hundreds and hundreds. And that's what I'm saying. Like, me I'm a straight male, and that's what I identify as. like them hitting on me, I was like, holy, you know, it actually made. I don't care who you are.
I feel good.
Yeah,
it makes
I
you feel
don't
good.
care who you are,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're just one of them hateful motherfuckers like, don't fucking look at me.
Yeah.
You know, it'll
like
make you feel good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
But thanks,
Yeah,
man.
Another dude that's all
You're
like
very
buffed
sweet.
and ripped and
Mm-hmm.
like in a Speedo, like, you know, I could do that job.
Hell yes. It always makes you feel good when you get a compliment from someone.
Yeah, I don't care.
It's very
Male,
nice.
female, transgender. You
Right.
compliment
What
me, I'm
must it be
taking it.
like though for those people that they're like, don't tell me that.
Dude,
It's like,
they're
oh God,
You know, how
how
ridiculous.
dark must their world be?
I know. Don't
Terrible,
even
man.
tell me I look nice. You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I didn't ask you for shit.
They live in detriment, bro. They live in a dark, dark place that
Mm-hmm.
never lights up. They're always on the lookout for something they can be pissed off about.
Yeah.
That's that kind of person, man. That's that kind of person that wants the world to be bad. It
Yep.
has to be, or they will not survive. They will not
would
have none of it.
True.
It's crazy.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I
Be
really
like,
don't get it.
yeah, I guess vultures would never campaign for saving lives.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
What am I gonna eat, man?
Can you imagine a vulture just like at the podium, like, vote for me? I'll save lives. Wingspan.
He's preaching against our best interest, but he looks like me.
No, I love him. It's awesome.
What bird do you think would make the best president?
An eagle.
Ooh. Well, yeah, you say that because we're American and like, but like,
No.
let's
Well,
really
and then
talk about it.
as a result, it's
You
fucking
don't
true.
know why I said it.
A pterodactyl.
You don't know me.
Is a pterodactyl
Wait,
a bird?
let's find out why she said it.
Let's find out why you said it. Go ahead.
I don't know. It
Why
was
an
just the
eagle?
first thing that came to mind.
A
It's just
swallow.
instinctive, man.
Yeah, there were no.
It's so deep
Swallow.
in there.
An African swallow.
There were
That's
no
who I'm
deeper
voting.
Ooh, I definitely
motives.
wouldn't want a mockingbird in there.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, that would
A
suck.
parrot would be nice.
I don't
But
know.
what
No,
about-
that's what we've always had.
A mockingbird might actually be nice. They're very aggressive.
What about the presidential debates?
Because they're tricking people.
Like, that would be
Yeah.
a boring ass debate. One bird would say one thing, and then it would be back and forth with that same thing. for
Just saying the
hours.
same
Just a
shit.
bunch of feather flapping. You
That was a
bird brain
terrible
son of a
bird
bitch.
sound.
You'll make a terrible president.
I think
Yes.
I was a dying baby.
It would definitely sound more like a baby than a bird.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, we were supposed to start this podcast by saying sorry to the
Oh,
people
yeah.
who watch this podcast.
Sorry, y'all.
I dropped the ball on the video last week, and it turned out terrible. The first
Yeah.
30 minutes was pretty legit, right?
Yeah,
that-
it's pretty legit. Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that,
I-
it was completely terrible.
Got
I
all
felt like
wonky.
I kind of passively took credit for bringing it to his attention. That it was, but
Oh, you
Zach
did?
at work told me he was gonna leave it in the comments, and
Oh.
he was like, "Oh no." Then I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not gonna leave it because it would
No.
make Ian happy." And then he told me, and I was like, "You son of a bitch."
Yeah, he's an ass.
Yeah.
Fuck
Right?
you, Zach.
Fucker.
So yeah, there it
Fuck
is.
Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was
Fuck
it
that
was terrible.
bitch.
Yeah, it was there was a terrible sound that we had. The audio was terrible. We did fix it. For anybody who wants to go back and watch
Yeah,
it,
it's all fixed and good
it's
to
all
go
fixed.
now.
I
Or you
didn't
could go to
fix it.
Spreaker when shit fucks up and just stop being an asshole. But either
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
you
Just
know,
listen with your ears
Yeah.
instead of your eyes.
listen to our shit.
Yeah.
It's like
For-
50 megs for the app.
What?
No, I'm saying it doesn't. It doesn't take up a lot of
He fucking-
space. Quit being an asshole
He
about it.
stopped and was like, "What's wrong?" Totally cool with it. Oh, speaking of apps. Okay, I don't know how true it was because I
That
didn't
was
read
good.
into it, but I have a feeling you might have. Have you seen this
'cause I
stupid
read.
fucking app
Right.
that it's not too stupid because it really does make them look what they would look like at 70 or 80 years
Oh,
old.
yeah.
Is it really?
Motherfucker, I hate that goddamn app.
Yeah.
Everybody's
so much.
doing it. What is it? I didn't do it. I refrained
Yeah,
from
I don't
fucking
have it.
doing
Like the great Danton sent me a picture of him as an old man, and I loved it. Like that was the first time I didn't think fuck this app because
Yeah.
he looks so goddamn funny
Aw.
and it's accurate. And then he sent one of me, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's kind of funny,
Yeah.
but I still hate it.
Yeah.
Fuck that app. And
Yeah,
everybody
dude.
posted it. Look at me in a mode. I don't
Look
give a-
at me when I'm 7. But I think every friend on my fucking list, bro, have done it. So
Yes.
you're looking at 150 million people, right?
That's crazy.
So the thing that I was trying to read, I never got to the end of it, was saying that it was a Russian-owned app, and you allowing them to acquire your photos allows them into your phone by some way, or I don't know what the purpose. I got all your photos.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
fuck you, dude.
You know, that's just the way it is. Ooh, it's Russia. They're
Why would
trying
they
to
do
get
that?
something from us through subterfuge.
Yeah. Now, if it was just a Russian gentleman that was like, "Yo, I made this app, and what's up?" Right?
My man's
Imagine
got
it.
respect.
Hell
Yeah. Imagine how that dude feels. Like America just fucking shit all over his app.
Yeah, dude.
And it's a bad, for the people who like it, I'm sure it served its purpose. Badass app. You're talking about, let's say 150 million people downloaded it, right?
Yeah.
That's 150 million clicks, and you get money for each click, even if you don't charge for the app. You hear what I'm saying? So this dude made an app that is widely popular, and then you're gonna shit on it.
Overnight, like instantly.
It was. I woke
dude.
up and it was fucking.
It really
everywhere.
was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like from his perspective, it was like a seven-year journey
It took
to
forever.
it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I was telling everyone. Oh,
I
wait, he's
watched-
not Indian.
Not
I can't do a Russian accent.
I tell you, everyone. Oh, everyone buy my app.
Why is
But
that
my-
accent easier to do?
I can't do it.
The Indian accents. I always make everybody sound European. Like,
Everyone's just.
everybody got
Hello.
that accent. Hello. I feel like that one's easy. But you know what's
I'm
easier?
from Ukraine.
A country hick accent. Because
Uh-huh.
everybody can do that.
Mine, if I start out with a country hick accent, it goes into a British
Bang.
accent. Oh yeah,
Yes.
it definitely
Oh.
everything turns
Well,
bang.
the southern, like the hillbilly accent, stems from British shit.
Oh,
So-
well that makes sense
Oh,
then.
there you go.
Yeah.
Huh.
Definitely everything turns into Bane.
It's the
Are you just fucking with us
No, it's
right now?
the direct evolution of it.
Oh,
Oh, come on now.
all the rules are broken.
Oh, Batman.
I
love Taco Bell. Get me a Nachos Bell Grande.
That's always what it always comes up to. She'll start doing Bane. Every time I'm like, yo, do that accent. She's like, that's what she does.
Yeah,
Like,
it comes to that. And he always wants Taco Bell. I
The
don't
Bane
know
voice
why.
is awesome.
you know
though.
what's crazy?
Taco Bell, sponsor us.
That's why. Can you
Be
imagine
happy.
like getting in bed with
Cool.
a chick and you're like, yo, speak dirty in an accent, and then they came out with
Oh
that
yeah,
shit.
fuck me hard, daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so terrible, right?
Fuck my pussy with your large dick.
I like
Oh,
that
God.
hard cock.
I'm gonna be scarred from this one, man. I don't know what I can do with that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Gape my ass.
Speaking of which,
Oh, shit.
I had a date with a fat chick, and
Right.
so
I had one of those once. It was a blind date. Sarah set me up on it.
oh
Bitch.
fuck. I
She's-
think everybody has.
What does she look like? Oh, she's a little bigger than I am, but she's no.
Oh no, dude, that's when you know.
Rotund.
Yeah,
Still bitter.
Yo,
But
that's when
continue,
you
I'm
know.
sorry.
I was in middle school. I was like 14.
never let it go, Ian.
This
Never let it go.
never.
Never. I would.
No,
I
this is why we should
genuinely-
never trust kids.
I know, right? I genuinely was. She was just a little bigger than me.
No.
It just so happened she was 7 inches shorter than me. She was nice as could be. She was a very
Oh
Oh,
nice
yeah,
that
she was
don't-
super nice.
Yeah.
But out of the gate, I was like, oh no.
No.
asshole.
You know, at that age,
You're a dick.
at that age, it does matter. But as I get older, I can find the beauty in women without like the initial beauty. So there's some big chicks that are fucking beautiful
Oh, hell
for their
yeah.
for the way they handle themselves and how good they are as a person.
Let's just
Like,
look at them.
Yeah.
Let them get it, dude.
I don't,
Yeah.
yeah,
But-
girl.
Oh shit.
But damn back. Oh, so in order
Yeah.
to do this, because I was taking a hit for a friend, they were like, "We got this chick, she won't shut her fucking mouth." So
So why don't you come along
So-
and entertain her?
you got to entertain
love
her.
it.
I'm like, dope,
The
dude. I'm
Cardinal
there.
of Charity, Adam.
And I don't even smoke weed, but I was like, I'm gonna need like a 12-pack and a joint. Like that's all I need.
Oh,
Give
you
me
meant like a
that.
12-pack of weed. I was like, you really didn't smoke.
12 pack.
Oh shit. Damn, I don't know if I'm gonna get through this one. So a 12-pack and something. I get really drunk and shit. This big chick she ruined me because I'm sitting there like she's doing her thing like down there, but got tired of doing a blowjob
Right.
and started talking
But that's their forte.
to my penis. Like
What?
not to me, to the penis.
Was she like
No.
talking to you through it, or was she like,
Yeah.
Like a
"Oh,
microphone?
Adam's dick. What do you think
She's
about
like-
this?"
Yo, she was literally,
Testing.
I swear to God to you, y'all motherfuckers, you're laughing, but this shit is real. Can't make it up.
Lady,
was
if
like-
you're listening, call us because we want to have you on the show.
Yes, please, God.
Oh
I would
shit.
do anything to talk to you.
Have you ever gotten a blowjob and the girl put her head on her hand because she gets tired of like giving the blowjob?
No, she just stopped and we fucked. I'm a team player.
I see that, man. I see
Oh,
that.
baby, if you're tired, you ain't got to do that
Yeah, that's
anymore.
cool. I'll get on top.
You just look down like,
I've
Like,
done
why
that
wouldn't you just
before,
stop?
but not because I was tired. I was just getting myself
That
the
neck
right
hurt, didn't it?
position. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It's just easier.
It's like when you're reading, you know, and you rest your head on your arm. Like, you're not done
oh,
reading.
you're not done
Yes.
reading.
Uh-huh.
You
Just
just can't-
comfortable.
If I was giving blowjobs, like this would be a heavy head. My
maybe-
neck would be hurting.
Maybe your dick just smelled.
I don't know what it was, man, but it was legitimately. I was like, damn, dude, I feel bad for her. Like, yo, you need a pillow, bitch.
Right. Yes.
I don't know what to do for you. Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's what
shit.
happens. Soundbite. That's how you do it, Sarah.
What is the
Okay.
origin of that?
Of what?
Like the
Oh, I don't know.
soundbite. Like, I don't
Oh,
get it.
No.
It's like it just kind of fell out.
Yeah,
It
he
fell out
did
one day.
it the very first episode, and there we
I-
go.
I use it
There
because.
it is.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
you want to know why I do it?
That's
because
why I
Yeah, that's
fucking
why he
asked
asked.
you. God
Yeah.
damn it, Adam.
Well, one reason is because back before, and I was matching up the videos with iMovie, you had to create
Now
spikes.
it's iMovie's
Yeah.
fault.
It is. You had to create these big spikes in the audio so that you could match them up. Well, now I do them because one time this didn't have audio or that didn't have audio. So in order to use that video, I had to watch for me to like do this and then match the audio to me doing the thing.
That's a far more interesting story than I
Yeah, man.
expected.
Right?
Yeah. So it's
And
actually a
also nerdy as
soundbite.
shit, but I liked it. That was good.
That's why, okay,
He
so when you
cares.
see like an acoustic session and they're doing it with like a mic'd up deal and they're not like, putting them into the amp, that's why they'll clap in the beginning is to set the mic and to have a sound bite so they can match it up.
I always thought it was just
Soundbite.
like part of the extravagant, like, entertainment culture where it's like,
No, man.
I
Look at
always
me.
just thought it was like we're doing this as if we're being sponsored by Monster and we're just repping them. Like I thought we were just in a dreamland.
I want to be sponsored by Monster and Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Yo,
absolutely.
Taco
Monster
Bell
Energy
last
drink,
night.
get at us. Like for
Mm.
real. Look at this. Look
So-
at this fucking. Look at this support that we're doing for you.
We'll eat Taco
shit.
Bell on every episode if y'all sponsor us.
Yeah.
I had the hottest Taco Bell I've ever had, like heat-wise, not like spice.
Like
Oh,
it
no,
was
spicy.
It was
sexy.
like warm as shit.
That taco
Oh, sorry, I
was
didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you look like Jessica Alba, girl.
I'd rail it. I think people overestimate her hotness.
I was just the only woman
Jessica
I could think of.
Alba.
I'm sorry.
It's just it's okay.
No,
But,
man.
I mean,
I think she's
But
alright.
still.
I don't like Jessica Alba.
Oh no, she's not all that.
Is Jessica Alba the one that was in like Good Luck Chuck and the little petite thing? She's fucking beautiful. Maybe that's not Jessica Alba.
I can't.
What
I
is she
couldn't
paying?
I
tell
feel like
you
it is,
one
yes.
movie that she's in.
Oh, it
She's
might
the
be.
broad. She works like with penguins and shit, right?
That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, I
Interesting.
take it back. I kind of like it.
Yeah, no, I think she's pretty. I just,
Yes.
I couldn't think of
Oh,
But
I
it's
thought you were saying-
overrated.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is
Yes.
overrated. She's not like that.
Yeah.
We're not
What is
talking
that
about.
damn girl that I actually think is pretty?
Oh, I don't know.
The
Seth
girl
There's a lot of
from.
'em. Oh no,
Seth
Olivia
Green.
Munn.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Olivia fucking Munn. And I think a lot of it comes from her attitude
Mm-hmm.
and the way she carries herself. I thought, yeah,
She
I'm
was
down
on
with that one,
G4
too.
forever, and
Yeah.
Killed it. Yeah.
and she just fit in there perfectly.
What's that? Maybe it's Maybelline. She used to be a fucking Victoria's Secret model, and then she switched over because she did something they didn't like.
Oh,
I couldn't tell you her name.
I don't know what her name is
That
either.
bitch was beautiful.
Yeah, we've looked her up before because I don't know her name. But yeah,
Yeah.
didn't she get in some like legal trouble?
Yeah, and they were like, "You can't be a part of this." Which
Hopefully, oh, that stopped.
Okay.
Hopefully that this chick I'm about to say isn't listening, but I always made fun of you because she looked like your ex-wife.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is,
She's
man.
got
She's
very
beautiful.
just specific features. Like I looked at her, I said, "You definitely have a type, and I am not it."
You know, it's crazy though because, and you know, don't take offense to this, but before you,
I won't be
you are
offended
against
'cause I know.
my type.
Yeah, I'm nothing like
But
him at all.
every fucking girl that I picked that was my type was a cocksucking whore
Yeah.
that would cheat on me and fucking, you know, do bad shit.
You
to
are
me.
your own worst enemy, and then as a result, you're trying to stick it to yourself through who you choose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ain't
man.
that
And your
the truth?
stupid
Look
ass
at you.
decisions,
Look
your
at you.
self-hate. What is with you?
Oh, here it is. If anybody was wanting to know who I was talking about,
Oh
you're
yes.
about to get it, bro.
I'm so excited.
No, you're not, because I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just hope it's Adriana Lima.
Oh, look,
I don't know who
Adriana
that is.
Lima.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, let me see her.
She's hot as shit.
I don't know.
Oh, let me see her.
I
I,
wanna
don't
see
know.
her. I wanna
Well, I
see
gotta
her.
pull it. My
Oh.
phone's going slow. But anyways, but I did have a type. But your type is not always what's perfect for you, because I found that you need the opposite of what yourself is sometimes. Which
Yeah.
I'm sure it works out for some people, but
I say we're very much opposites.
So I would
Yeah.
need a dumb chick that would shut up.
I wish you would shut the fuck up.
Having a girl that doesn't talk that much probably would be a good thing. I'm not super chatty.
This is Adriana
I think it
Lima.
would throw me off though.
Okay, she's all right.
Like if I had a chick that didn't talk, I'd be like, "Are you pissed at me? What?
He does ask me a
Why-
lot if,
why-
if
why are you
I'm
not
upset
talking
or
my head
something.
off?
I'm like, no, I'm just
Found
not
her.
chatty. Let me see.
Miranda motherfucking Kerr.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
her.
her
okay.
name. Let me see her
God
again.
bless.
I forgot about her.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know,
she still looks like Christina.
Yeah, she looks a lot like her.
Mm-hmm.
Name drop, but
Well, she knows who she is if she's listening. I can't imagine she would ever listen or watch
God, let's
this.
hope not.
If you're listening, turn that shit off,
Yeah,
bitch.
this is not
Yeah.
for you.
Nobody loves you.
These are not the drones you were looking for. Yeah, man, but I think sometimes that we kind of like do detriment to ourselves. We're kind of like self-sabotaging in a way, because you're right. Like I would always go for that because like, oh, this one's gonna be different, and I'm gonna stick it to that last
Yes.
one, bro. Like I'm gonna make her fucking pay.
In
I'm gonna
spite of the
just-
fact that it's like realistically and reasonably, this isn't going to work because it hasn't worked the other 7 times.
Right.
But you know, it's going to be different, and it's going to prove to me that crazy things can happen.
Crazy
Yeah.
fucking things happen. Another thing that I learned in my little years of dating and all that shit, I used to date nothing but virgins, and I would be the first in line to be like, I'm
Right.
taking your virginity, right? So in turn, I thought I was cursed for a while, because every one that I dated, and we're talking 5 to 7 of them,
Yeah.
would turn right around and fucking, you know, find the next dick and fuck the shit out of
Have a
it.
good luck
Find the
shot.
Got
next
it.
dick.
Yeah, I swear to God to you. And you know why? It's because they were like, that was, I hope, good. I
was
wonder what the
thinking you
rest
got
of
used to
them
letting people down.
God damn.
I just used to stick it to virgins just so I could know that I had saddened someone.
With
I'm like-
that dick.
You know, I've looked back like, damn, dude, like how terrible is that? Like immediately, like the dick goes in and they're like,
Oh.
we gotta have something better than this.
Yeah.
But
It's
maybe it was so good they were like, can it get any better? And then they go out and they don't find any better. And
I
then
think
it's
what
too
it
late.
is that first guy is really scary.
No.
Well, for me anyway, it was super scary. Is why I waited. I was like 21,
Yeah,
something
man.
like that.
I was like 14.
I was
dude.
fucking scared. And then
Yeah.
after that, well, the deed is done. It's not quite
Now
so
it's
scary.
not as
Yeah.
epic.
Okay, I
if you will.
understand
Yeah,
what's
man.
going on. What's to expect.
I was just say that has something to do, because the first time for anybody isn't that great. Like even mine, like the thing that I worked on was like, I'm gonna go until I just can't go. It was not coming too quickly, right?
Right.
And I mean, fucking hours, and I'm still not giving up. And I'm sure that was fucking terrible for her. She was probably like, I wish you'd get the fuck off me. But
Well,
wouldn't say it, you know?
I feel like some girls do like having sex for that long, but it would be a fucking nightmare.
Oh, it was a
Hell yeah.
fucking
Personally
nightmare.
speaking, I wouldn't want to do that unless I were on drugs.
Yo,
Yeah, then it might be okay.
Yeah.
I've lit candles for all the girls that at like the first time, like it was I lit candles. That's
You're
how
sweet.
fucking gay I am.
You're sweet.
I swear, dude.
That reminds me of a
You
song
ain't ever
we
lit candles for me,
getting
motherfucker.
them.
light candles for. What's the matter with you? Do you at least turn on a lamp? Like a sensual
Sometimes.
We'd
lamp?
catch
A
something.
sensual lamp.
It
This
says it on
lamp.
the lampshade. Sensual lamp. We'd catch some shit on fire because he always falls off the bed.
I have this weird habit, bro, of like getting caught up in the cover or some shit, and I'll fall off the bed. Dick hanging out and all, balls hit the ground. It's a crazy nightmare. Oh, we got another one. But you ain't got no sound. You ain't got no sound. We muted the woman. Fine lady.
talk real loud.
Typical.
Oh, shit.
God damn it.
I told you we're fucking all the
Not
rules
my
up.
shit.
With my big gangly arms.
But yeah, but in general, we do want to say sorry for the audio. But if you're listening,
Me shit. I
we'll
don't
send you a
care.
thank you card.
Yeah.
But not really.
Give
Yeah.
us all your addresses. Leave it in the comments.
But I would-
leave your
I would-
addresses in the comments.
I would say not to have sex with virgins, though. I think that if you're a virgin, that's cool.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
don't
Please-
expect that
please
to
be a
last too
virgin.
long, unless she's a Christian or something like that. You know, and they have to stay. You know.
I imagine if I hadn't been on drugs, I wouldn't have had sex as much as I did
Right.
at all. There's no, I know for a fact I wouldn't have. There's absolutely no way. But I guess I'm also not like a lot of other girls, so I don't know.
True.
I'm just saying.
Right.
You're definitely not.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, I'm not just like tooting my own horn.
No.
I'm better than other girls.
I'll tell you what, though.
I didn't
I
say I'm
really-
better. I'm just
I'm
not
so
like them.
gloriously
I really
different.
wish that I would have, and I fucking recommend that too. Waiting until you just can't fucking wait anymore, like 20s. You know, live a little bit and fucking do without the fucking sex and women, and you know, I guess for women a man, like all that like muddies
Or
the
women.
fucking water of you developing. Because I've had ask her when we first got together, man. Like I was
this true?
insecure, bro. Like every fucking 2 seconds, like, is everything okay? Am I doing okay? Is everything? You look mad. Are you mad? Like, you know that game.
Yeah.
And it's because I
No,
had
why you
sex.
mad?
Yeah, why you mad at me? Like, am I doing
Don't be
this
mad.
right?
Look at her. She's mad.
She's fucking mad.
Oh
But
my
it
goodness.
came from getting into that like sexual relationship early in life, bro.
It
And
seems reasonable. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean,
fuck my whole shit
sex
up.
within a relationship too early can fuck it up. Because it's
Can
like,
fuck it up.
then you don't put in the work as much. It's
Yeah.
like, well, I already got the puss.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
fuck
know?
it.
So then
Or waiting too
why
long
wouldn't
can
it
fuck it
fuck
up.
up with your life? Well, yeah, that's true. You got that window.
Yeah.
The
Same goes
perfect
with
window.
your first time. If you wait
but
too
the win-
long, you wake up at 40. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck
It's
am
like
I
when the
doing?
window closes, you go in the back door.
The back door.
Welcome
man.
to Innuendo Theater.
I've been around some weird females. It's like very strange females. People that want to like fight you while they're having sex.
It's so weird that you call them females.
Females.
Fighting during sex is cool. But calling them females is weird.
Ye old females.
We're not battling. It's not right.
Oh shit. So you said you
Ian's
stayed
open
up.
for business.
So you say you
But-
stay up till like 3 a.m. last night playing Witcher 3?
Oh, it was way beyond that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn it.
It was like 11 a.m. I guess.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh,
About
fuck.
yeah,
Like
because
this
I
morning.
was like, oh man, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then no, I just ran around.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can get
kept
lost. We
going.
talked about that before. You could just fucking get lost. I would. That's yeah. We could get on that subject for hours, motherfuckers. You know what? I wish they would do. So me and her, for some reason, the time I did in prison, even when I was in prison, I loved watching prison shows. Other people would want to watch like the Kardashians and fucking like stuff on the outside, and I'm like, why do you want to see stuff that you cannot obtain right now? You can't touch it.
Right.
You can't be a part of it. So fuck that. Let's watch the prison show.
Yeah.
They're in the same situation we are.
Yeah.
Like it was legit. And I guess Sarah would watch it to see kind of what I was dealing with, you know, and she could sympathize with that
Right.
fucking moment.
That seems reasonable.
But on the outside, I get out. I fucking love prison shows. What if they came out with a video game? Check
For
me
a
out.
prison?
Of a prison video game. I mean, you can shank
You could
people
shank
if you want,
people.
but you got to do the time. You know, you can't just go around the game shanking without any consequences. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you really have to set in isolation, bro.
I
You gotta
love
hit
that.
the gym and you gotta assault the proper people at the right
Yep.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you get extra pudding at lunch just so you can give it to the one guy.
I swear.
Yeah.
Like,
Watch, it'll be out like
Wheeling and dealing.
next year, bro.
Dude,
But
I
then
love that idea.
Would you have to actually like spend real time like in the cell?
Well, think about it. How long
Yeah.
how long do you play your video games? Now, it could be sped up. It could be a ratio deal, like a
Right.
3-to-1 or 4-to-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't
But-
actually have to sit in there for a literal hour, but it's like
Right.
for 5 minutes you're just sitting there.
Sitting. Yeah. Twirling,
It'd
jerking
be
off.
like Harvest Moon, where you have an entire day, but the
Yes.
time is sped
There you
up.
go.
Yeah.
See, and then so how long would you say you play? Say you sit down in one video game and you run around a map. How long
Right.
would you be sitting?
It depends on how
average.
much time. After work, I would say I'll play for like 3 or 4 hours.
3 or 4 hours. See, that could be 2 months in the game. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? 2 months,
Yeah.
2 or 3 months. In the game.
Definitely. I can say, and then you could, because when you first get locked up, it could start out with you actually getting incarcerated. So you can run around this world for a while, and you determine what crime you commit
Are we
to be
assuming
sentenced.
this is a minimum security prison, so we have a little more free roaming?
I'd say it could be any. It would have all. So it
Now-
just depends on
Ooh.
your
All right.
classification.
Sounds like an RPG.
Yeah, it
Yes.
could legitimately
Absolutely.
be like you got yard time, all that shit, and then when you get in real trouble, like, oh fuck, now I gotta go to Supermax. But they can add stuff in there that's not so realistic. You could be whatever in there.
Well,
You
no,
could be a
'cause
ghost rider and all
I'm
that shit.
saying then
Yeah.
you could
That'd
get
be awesome.
Hell
into fights. I mean, you
Oh,
you
yeah.
can sit down, you can write letters, you can eat,
You can work
get
out.
into arguments with people, you can
dude.
work
You
out.
can talk to guards, get
Yeah.
into it with
Oh
them.
yeah, and get them to sneak shit in.
Get
Oh
like
god, dude.
brooming duty
Yeah.
and like cook duty and shit.
Yeah.
How do I trademark this? Because this is coming out next year.
I
Watch
don't know.
me.
You need
Well,
to
I'd like
call
to think
someone.
we just timestamp it, but who the hell knows how to create games?
Yeah.
Do you know any genius 8-year-olds?
No, I don't.
I don't.
No.
I don't think I know any 8-year-olds.
It's probably a good way to stay out of prison.
I learned that from prison. Don't get any 8-year-old friends. Don't hang out at the park with them.
That was real good.
It was a good one, man. Thank you.
Speaking of crime, you guys, I forgot about how much I love the album by R. Kelly, Trapped in the Closet.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
It's like
Classic.
on the way back from our show yesterday, Austin and I listened to chapters 1 through 12.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
thought that was all that existed. There are 33 chapters of that bitch.
Oh my
But
god.
they haven't been released on audio.
Oh my
He like
God.
made videos for him. So it's like a shitty little like made for TV thing.
Yeah.
Really?
I watched like 13 through 16, I guess, last night. And they're fucking awesome.
Now that did you
God.
say the title is? See, I thought that was a South Park make fun. The
Uh-uh.
title is Trapped in the Closet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does he understand what that kind of means? Right? Like,
Well, yeah, but I mean, he takes it literally because he's banging this
Oh.
chick and her dude comes home and he hides in the
trapped
closet.
In the closet. I got
And
it.
then he pulls out his Beretta. You know? And it's
And I pull out my gun.
But like the whole thing, like it just perfectly crescendos. Like every time it starts building up, I get so pumped.
Yeah.
And then I notice in the background he's got a lot of oh,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, and then he kind of builds upon the themes. And then I thought about this, and I was like, okay, so you take Trapped in the Closet. That's R. Kelly's kind of like that's his thing. That's his thriller.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I like Trapped in the Closet more than I like Thriller. And
Yeah.
as a result, R. Kelly is better than Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
shit.
They're
So do you think
equally
he's still-
creepy though.
Is he
Yes,
still
which I
relevant?
also thought was fucking weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Is R. Kelly even relevant anymore?
Well, I mean, he's
Is he?
fighting for his fucking life.
Yeah.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they want to stick him hard.
Still over the same
Yeah.
shit, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, I
Like
mean, he
pissing on
pees on
females?
kids and he locks chicks in his basement.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't.
Allegedly.
Yeah. But
Either
come
way,
on,
after
man.
Trapped in the Closet, I'm content to let him walk. That kind of musical
Oh.
genius, you gotta
Was that
forgive
before
him.
or after
That
the rape?
motherfucker is a predator. He needs to be locked up for life.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I love that, bro. Like
That
when I was
motherfucker's
in
a predator, not allegedly.
when I was in
For
prison,
sure.
everybody would say allegedly, like they don't have evidence on you. They could have 98% evidence, full
Yeah.
on evidence of you doing the crime, and these motherfuckers would walk around still saying allegedly. Like, bro,
I
you ain't
allegedly
got to
kicked that fucking door and walked in, took their TV, all their jewelry,
allegedly.
and their money. Allegedly.
We have you on video. That ain't me.
That ain't me.
That's my doppelganger.
It looks
Who
an
taught you
awful lot like me.
Who taught you?
Yeah.
Scrabble. Scrabble taught them that.
Hell
Is
yeah.
Scrabble like an actual word outside of the game?
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it is a word created for the game, Scrabble.
Check
Could
it
be.
out.
So I'm cool with that being a game in prison, but like, what would be a game not that you wouldn't want to play in prison? Probably Life. No, they do have Life. Never mind.
Life
Actually,
in
in prison.
Yeah, there'd be Shoots
Twister.
and Ladder. Oh,
yeah, definitely
no,
Twister.
Yeah.
you win. That was it.
Yeah.
Twister would be a bad one
Uh-huh.
to put in the
I
prison.
feel like
I wanna-
Monopoly wouldn't be good either, though.
No, they do
Oh,
have it though.
God.
They do have it.
It'd be rough.
Go directly to jail. Do not collect $200. Bitch, I'm already here.
So Scrabble. Scratch or grope around with one's fingers to find,
shit.
collect, or hold on to something. So it'd be like me trying to grab these. I'm
You're
scrabbling
scrabbling.
my Smarties right
Scrabbling the Smarties.
now. Uh-huh.
So it seems kind of silly to have the board where you can lay them out all nice and neat. You should have to dig around in your letter pile.
Oh yeah, I know.
Definitely. This
Don't-
way you don't have to scrabble around for things.
Yeah, we save you the trouble. Scrabble.
So what? Don't you have to like pick them like Scrabble to get the pieces
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
put
say
them on the
maybe
board?
that's why, because you
Maybe
got to
that's
dig
why.
around in your.
Yeah.
You gotta dig out your letter.
Yeah.
You're like you're scrabbling for words.
God, like that act is so important to the game. Let's call it that.
Yeah.
No shit.
Okay.
Let's not call it word point board.
I know.
Scrabble.
Damn it, man.
Scrabble.
Scrabble.
It's fucking goofy.
But yeah, Twister in prison would be rough, boy.
Yeah.
Well, so, but I would definitely play. I'm definitely playing. Yeah, I'm not gonna be left out of the
You'd
game.
be in your underwear.
I
We're
swear to
playing. I'm
God.
winning.
Yeah.
Balls,
I'm gonna win
balls
that
deep.
shit. Watch me.
No,
Yeah,
that
you'd have a bunch of people. Dibs on spinner.
yeah. Yeah.
I'll call it out.
Oh shit. That's what I told her. The weirdest thing, so check this out. And let's see where your head's at on this one. But the weirdest thing about like going to prison and stuff is what I told her. After I got out, like you don't think people would miss prison, right? You don't think you would actually miss prison. It's something you want to stay away from.
Yeah, it sounds
But no.
stupid to miss prison.
Yeah. It's a legitimate thing. I watch it sometimes get back because there's a certain amount of like brotherhood and it gets you
see it.
back to your primal state because there's a lot of fighting. So you got to stand up for
It's like when
yourself.
Dean was in purgatory.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And then he kind of got back to himself of like
Yeah.
killer, like
Yeah.
an animal, And that's what I told her. I said I do miss it. I miss like because really it was like an imaginative, creative zone because all you had was your imagination.
Yeah.
You had to
Right.
be very creative in what you did on everything.
It's like
eating
being a
and,
kid.
Yeah, man. And that's something I miss to get back to that creative, all that time you have to think and be creative.
There's the connection there with like when you said like being a kid, because I mean as a kid there were plenty of restrictions on you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You're in your room, you got your house. You can't go like too far down the street,
Yeah.
and then you gradually expand a little, but still,
Yeah,
it
man.
does kind of get back to that.
Most
So
definitely.
that's the type of
Fucking
thing.
weird.
And I've only met like you can ask her. I've only met like a few guys that could literally say if I saw them today, dude, I'd hug them and I'd be good friends with them. They were fight, but like we're talking about one or two out of the
A lot.
thousands I've seen in the
Still, I
system.
mean, I've met thousands of people, and still
Still
I
don't have
cling
that
to
many.
like 10 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. You know what I mean?
I've got you all.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
the
Well,
truth.
mom and dad.
But those people had, and I still talk about on their day, the best fucking stories that could. Some of them could tell stories so well that it could get you outside of yourself, like an out of body experience. Like you thought you were there with them. They
Hell
told
yeah.
it so
Like
good.
I have experienced this before.
Yeah, and I've tried to imitate that.
Then you
Yeah.
tell it to other
Yeah.
people, and you're like, "Oh man, I was with this dude, and we were doing the same shit."
Yeah.
No, I wasn't there. All
Nope,
right, never
I
mind.
just heard it.
He told me.
Yeah.
He
It's,
just told
uh,
me really
yeah.
well.
I told a story in prison about my butt tattoo, like the lightning bolt, and I was all like,
Right.
my buddy had a lightning bolt on his dick, and then I got it tattooed on my butt. I was like, and the joke was always ride the lightning, and every single person I told that to was like, so do you want me to ride the lightning?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck no.
Yes.
Yo, one time, everything you see in a movie,
Yo.
everything you see in the fucking movies is actually legitimately true. Like they beat the fuck out of each other with locks and a sock, dominoes in a sock. They beat the shit out of each other, right? and they also fuck the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Right.
One time, a guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, will you buzz for me?" If you don't know what buzzing is,
I don't know what buzzing is.
buzzing is me watching out for guards while that dude gets his dick sucked.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know why he calls it buzzing, but I was like, "Yeah, bro, I got you." I was like, "Yeah, bro, I got you. Whatever you need, right?" Like, I'll buzz for you. He's like, "I'll buzz for you then," you know. And I didn't know what it was. I was like, I'm down. Let's fucking do whatever.
Let's buzz together.
He was like, "Yo, there's this girl next door, and I need you to buzz for me," like that. So I'm like, now I'm getting deep. Like, hold up, we're in an all men's prison, bro. Like, what?
Yeah.
What female? Like, and sure enough, it was a sissy. It was a
Yeah.
a guy. That was a girl. And he was legitimate. And he didn't even have like 20 years, 25. He had one.
He
to
was
do.
like getting out next month. He's like, you know what? I've waited 11 months. I gotta get my.
I gotta get
sucked
my dick
I've been
sucked.
trying to
tonight."
get in for a while.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. It fucking blew me away. And I've seen him like dudes have said, you just got to roll over and just like not look at them.
Yeah.
But
Don't look at him.
don't fucking look at them. But yeah,
Oh my
man.
God, it's like Frank Booth in Blue Velvet. Whenever he's like going at Isabella Rossellini, he's all like, "Don't you fucking look at me!"
And it's so hard not to look. I'm telling you, like I
It
told
would be
you.
very difficult.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not a fucking gay man, but there's certain things in life you only get one chance to
yeah,
see.
when people are fucking right in front of you, it's hard
You
to
gotta
not
look.
Yeah.
I
It's like,
look.
even if it's not like, "Oh yeah, I love this," it's like, but what's it look like?
Yeah. What's
What?
going
Yeah.
on
What's
over
how?
there?
Because you think about it, we think, "Oh, I put the dick in the butt," but there's logistics behind it. There's a way to go about doing it that we
Yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah.
So I just want to see what
It's like, where
what the
did you
deal is.
spit?
Yeah.
Like, what-
God damn, dude. God
That's
damn,
awesome.
God damn. But yeah,
Ah,
that's
prison.
that was
So
something that
you
was
say
always
you
crazy.
miss prison, huh?
Crazy.
I miss buzzing for people.
I
Buzzer.
know.
I'm a good buzzer.
No shit.
No, man.
That's awesome.
It's a weird situation. Fuck y'all. I feel like I'm back in prison now.
No, it's cool.
That's
I get it, but it's fucking funny.
I do
Ian's
though,
crying.
man. I miss that shit. Sometimes,
Oh.
every so
Oh,
often,
shit.
man. I remember walking. I would clean the halls at like 3 a.m. before everybody woke up. That was my job in prison. And I always remember like reality finally setting in and how hard that hit me after like I had got sober and all that. And I'm like, dude, I'm facing 10 years and all that. It didn't dawn on me until what, like a year in?
Yeah.
Or almost a year in, and it fucking hit me like a ton of bricks. You know, I fucking bawled like a little baby in the hallway. And it, like when reality hits you of your consequences, man, you don't really think about anything.
Somebody in the cell. We got a new sissy.
We gotta You're gonna get it tonight.
All right, sorry. Continue.
No, but speaking of that, I told Sarah I was fucking with her one time on the phone, and I was like, yo, if, you know, we were just talking back and forth. I was like, yo, if I get like 2 or 3 years, I wouldn't fuck a dude. But if I got 10 years or above,
Yeah.
I would fuck a dude. I think eventually I would fuck a dude. So I go to court, and they were like 10 years. And
He's like, oh God, I gotta
Oh,
fuck
no.
a guy.
I committed.
I come back. One of the first things that I remember her asking me is if I had fucked a guy yet. Didn't waste no time getting back to the cell. Yep, put it in them.
Oh shit.
I was like, now I gotta fucking stand behind it.
Yeah. Just knowing I've got the time. I'm not gonna wait until I just am gonna burst. It's
Yeah,
just 10
no.
years. Fuck. Okay.
Why are you fucking me? Don't look at me. I got 10 years yesterday. Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
man.
They'll probably cut it for good behavior.
Yeah.
Shut up and take
You're
it.
only
Shut up
looking
and
at
take
5.
Like 6
He's
months.
still totally rational while he's getting it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. That's it's weird, but you would have to go through it to understand it. But no, I don't miss all of it, but I do miss
Right.
that
There are
animalistic.
aspects.
You know what I mean? Like having to fight and then watching people just be very fucking raw
Yeah.
and fucking just
It's like
beating the shit out of each other.
Is it like, you know, it's just a completely just tearing away the bullshit
Mm-hmm.
of life. Like
Yeah,
instead of
man.
having it's, oh, we have our societal rituals and
Yeah.
things we do to be polite. It's like mad real world.
Yeah.
When people
Yeah.
stop being
Yeah.
polite
Yeah.
and start being real.
Being real.
Absolutely.
Kind of makes you want it. They said hold on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
They say the like in prison that's the one thing, like your word that's all you have in prison. You don't have anything else. Your word. And that's what a lot of people out here need to go to prison to learn that.
They need to fucking learn.
You know what I
something.
mean? So many people are trying to fuck each other over.
Right.
If it goes back to the old ways where your word was your bond, and people could trust that, just like a bank, just like a promissory note.
Handshake was all you needed.
That's it, bro. And if we could get back to that, we wouldn't have to worry about America being great again. We would be great. Go back to being fucking straight up with everybody. Honest.
We would love to see some honesty in the world. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the golden age of honesty. Never mind the fact that, America was built on slavery. Hey, you guys want to go for a boat ride?
Hey, guys.
But there was certainly something like in like mom and pop companies, like you just you trusted the people that were working on your cars and whatever they're doing. You just trusted them, and they trusted you. Of I've $200 short, I'll pay you next week or whatever. They trusted you.
But even that is like small town shit. I think if you go to a small town, it's still there. But with the population
it's like
expanding
that here.
We go down to this little country store, right? And it's owned, which blows me away that like I thought Indian, can I say Indians?
Yeah.
Are they from India?
Yeah.
India,
Well,
yeah.
then,
Yeah.
So they move here. You think that they would only own the gas stations in the big cities because it's just, they own a lot of them. Yeah. But no, you can go fucking all the way down in like Paducah and shit, and they're backwoods fucking
God,
like
we
Indians.
were when we went to your
hillbilly
family
ass Indian.
reunion.
They are, bro.
Oh
They
my
are.
God, this shit was in Indiana, way off the beaten path.
yeah.
You had to drive down a gravel road
to
for
get
like
there.
10 miles.
Yeah, man.
And there was
An Indian gas station owner.
owned the gas station.
So all this hate
How did you find this gas station?
That's
dude?
what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know how
I think they have like a database or whatever set up.
I think so.
Where
Man.
they just
When
send
it
out a
goes on the
message.
market or
Hey,
something.
we got an area over here.
We found one. Grab
But
it.
they so like you know how people are very hateful to Indians or Muslims or any
Foreigners in general.
In
if they're
general,
brown.
yeah.
And
Italians, they don't mind them because they're white enough.
Yeah,
Right.
they can't tell.
Yeah.
it's just so sad because
Nose looks a little Jewish.
I know at 4 stores I stop at regularly, I know their backstory. I know where they came from. I know who they pray to. I know a lot about these people. And there's been times when I go down to that store, I forget my wallet completely, and the dude's like, take whatever you want, just bring me back the money. And that happens at other stores. Like, yo, just take, because I go in so often.
Yep.
There's not a mean bone in Muslims' bodies. Most of them. We're talking about the general.
That we've met anyway.
Yeah.
The cool ones that aren't like orthodox as shit.
Yeah.
Like
Fucking
Even
radical.
making the turkey noise.
Yeah.
Even when we were in the South End, it was the same way. I'd go into a gas station in the morning on my way to work that he would go in after on his way to work. And dude would ask me about him to make sure he's okay. If he hadn't seen him in a while or something, he would always ask me about him. Yeah. He loved him.
So
Just
how
thought he was
can you
fantastic.
have so much hate and you don't even take the time to really learn?
Hey, how
Well,
are
that's
you
exactly why.
Yeah.
They don't take the time to understand
God,
because you
it's sad,
fear
man.
what, you hate what you don't understand.
Yeah.
It's like,
I feel
It's
like
so
though,
sad.
take some
bro.
time, bitch. Learn
I
something.
feel
a
like
little
it's
bit of
like
time.
that across the board though. Not even the people who are gonna hate. They don't ask white people how they're doing. They don't ask
They
their
don't
fucking
ask
neighbors
anybody.
how they're doing.
Yeah,
Fuck
they don't
you,
know.
honky.
Yeah,
You're
it's-
white too.
This is
Yeah.
what I'm doing
Yeah.
in
That's
my
why I can
life.
say it.
Yeah, that's all they
Right.
care about is what the fuck they're doing. We have a neighbor, one neighbor that I don't know his name. I don't know what he looks like up close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But our other neighbor, dude,
Could you
like
pick him out of like a Google Maps
Nope.
picture or something?
hell no.
I
don't
couldn't
even
even
know
tell
the
you
guy.
what color his hair is.
But this neighbor, Miss Shorty, dude, come over. She she hugged us the first day we moved in.
Yeah.
The first day we came looked at the house and shit. And that's what a neighbor is supposed to do. And when we go out on vacation, back and forth. I do stuff for them. They do stuff for me. We're fucking neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm so used to keeping it off when I'm my drumming. And I keep it off to the side.
That's all right.
When we got in the
Do what you
wreck,
want,
Fucker.
man. It's your shit.
No, fuck it
when we
now.
got in the wreck, I forgot that I had stuff in the crock pot, and my God, we'd been gone the entire day. We were gone like 16 hours. Well, we were gone for days, but I had called her, and because we have a key, and she has access to it, and I was gonna have her come over and turn the crock pot off.
Yeah, she helped her change and everything.
I ended up just having Dad bring me out here, and she had to help me change. She helped me do everything.
That's
she was
fucking neighbor, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's the way the world. If everybody treated just like that situation, what you're saying, if every single person was like that to every single person, you would not. There would be no conflict. Nobody would want for anything. You wouldn't want for anything. You know what I mean?
Yes, there is something with that.
You'd always have what you need.
And there's like the divisiveness, because then, you know, it's like, oh, if you kind of like bitter and fearful towards your neighbor, then you get a thing, and then there's an agenda there. People are like, oh, we got to split them up. But then it makes me think of like the biblical shit, where it's like, you know, why don't we all just speak one language? And there's like the thought of like, oh, the dispersed shit, and then you gotta So there's like a theme there of like splitting shit up and whatnot. What is with that? What is with that? What is the goddamn purpose of that?
I told you, we had talked about it before. It's the fact that they have to. It's like okay, prison guards.
Yeah.
The amount of prisoners they have compared to the guards. Say you have like 1,000 inmates. There might only be one guard to watch them. Yeah. So what do? They make sure that they separate them by race. They separate them by religious, by gang. Yeah. You don't. That's not something we just come up with. That's perpetuated in our society so that I can say I'm different than you, and I'm going to do better than you. I want to make more money than you.
But instead of making it a competition, couldn't it also be like a positive thing?
It could
birds
be.
of a feather flock together and shit.
Yeah,
you know,
it could definitely be.
If you watch a show, I mean, I not in every case, but I would assume generally, like if you see a white dude that you associate with among a sea of black people, you're like, oh yeah, that's my dude.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh, I relate to those other characters too, but that's my dude.
But that's my dude. Yeah. Well, see, and that's what I'm saying. Like maybe we would create it on our own. I think though it's so deeply entrenched. So, like it's the way their parents taught them, it's the way their grandparents taught them, it's the way their great grandparents taught them. Like when you're taught something from that young, dude. That you grow into a person that does it without it. Your brain does it without it you ever knowing. You know what I mean? It's like when the brain doesn't want to feel pain. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? The brain does shit that we have no clue why it does it. It does it automatically. It builds by itself. Yeah. It's kind of like Facebook and Google and all that shit working together to design your apps the way you like them. You know, your fucking app knows you better than you do.
Right.
Same with your government, everything. This shit was put in place 100 years ago. They fucking knew what they were doing. But if we treated it like the fucking neighbor, you would never ever have that. We wouldn't want for money. You wouldn't want for money. You'd have everything you need.
You'd be fine.
Yeah. And that's where the true happiness lies. That's where the true fucking freedom lies if we just get away from that. But it'd be very
good
hard.
luck with that shit.
Yeah.
You know how hard that would be to get away from?
Let's convert 7 billion people to be nice to each other.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have warring nations because we'd all work together, and like that's even bigger than the race and gang and all that. Like that's even bigger because now I've never been to I'm gonna sound like a fucking white trash piece of shit, but where Muslims live, let's say Afghanistan or anything, but from what I see here, fuck that. Every place a war zone and all that. But no, you can go visit Afghanistan and you can go do mission work and you can go learn. Like they're not gonna bomb the shit out of you when you get there.
Right. Get off the plane, just get shot in the face.
Yeah, but if you hear it from, I mean, how many places? I don't want to go to New York because I think it's filled with child molesters and fucking piss and shit all in the fucking streets. Yeah.
What'd you say?
Jesuits.
Oh.
Whoa, dude, we were spot on, bro. Good.
We got dicks. We're cool.
Well,
we do have dicks.
Yeah.
We have dicks.
Oh yeah.
You are.
I guess our
pretty
words
cool.
were also said at the same time, but it was mostly the dicks.
It was mostly.
It's like you're docking right now.
Now that I think about it,
there's a bad religion line. It's this child molesters and Jesuits. Yeah.
Hey, we were
in secret conference.
We were thinking of that the other day. We tried to look it up. Do you know what a Jesuit is? It has something to do with the Catholic Church, right?
Yeah, it was like a sect of them. They basically do mission work. Yeah. But they do mission work essentially like all over the place, even within like our own community. They just help with general guidance and assistance and stuff.
You know, that's something that me and you do that a lot of people should do. Like when we don't truly understand something and
look it up.
Yeah, we'll say like the TV or a show or whatever is showing hate towards that one thing. Me and you take the time to look it up, and I mean, we do that unknowingly. We do it real quick. Like,
Yeah.
you pull it up, and we make sure that we get enough information from different sources
Yeah.
to make a legitimate.
Yeah, dude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you don't just go with the first one.
No.
Yeah,
Can't.
no.
Unless it's a dictionary, then it's fine. But
But even then, I still like to read into stuff and see it like used
Yeah.
in context with other things, and
right.
yeah.
So like I was reading like 21 Lessons of Merlin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in the fucking prologue. It's like I was reading
Long?
it, and
How
like
long is it?
I took like it's like 40 pages.
Jeez.
But like I'll go through and I'll see a word, and it's like, for example,
Yeah.
I stopped. I had to look into like the origin of the word Celtic, but you know it's like
Yeah.
the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Is it Celtic or Celtic?
Yeah.
Celtic.
They're both acceptable, but then I
It's like
dug
here
into
and
like
here.
how you say it. Like if you're talking about like a specific, just like people, like all Druids are of Celtic descent,
Yeah.
but you know not all Celtics are
Or
Druids,
Druids.
kind
Yeah.
of thing. And then it's just
It's
and then
a
you
lot.
find a word and then it just leads to something else. And
Uh-huh.
it's just
Oh, yeah.
you just spend an hour looking up shit. So I
Oh,
got through
dude,
like
that is
5
crazy.
pages in an hour.
Yes.
That's a pretty good
Yeah.
deal, though. That's one reason why I was reading that one book that we had from Dennis Leary.
Oh
Dennis
yeah,
Leary.
your God is, or your brain is God.
Your brain is God, bro. And,
God is.
and I had to go through, and when they'll use these, there's something about hippies that are far out there that's been on LSD and shit.
Wait,
they
wait.
will.
Is this Dennis Leary or Timothy Leary?
Timothy
Oh,
Leary.
Timothy Leary.
My
Okay.
fault.
Okay. 'Cause I
Look,
was
it's
like,
funny. I
why
didn't
is
even
this
notice.
asshole like,
Yeah.
why
No,
does he care
Timothy.
about the brain?
Timothy Leary. But there's something about like fucking hippies that are on acid all the time and mushrooms. They try to go out of their way to over explain and give overly detailed descriptions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
But
that
that's
one too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Sloppy,
around.
I'm
So,
sorry.
Yeah.
but that's something that they do that fucking kills me because I'll have to go and read what that huge word is that they
See,
use.
I don't-
And sometimes it's made up.
I tend to look at it. It's not overly explaining.
No.
It's explaining properly,
Yeah.
and people just don't want to take the time to follow along. Because I mean, you could theoretically break it down into simpler terms, but there's still always that fucking web of shit that's connected to it,
Right.
and you have to explain that because to get intricacies of things, you have to know all about the origins of shit.
You have to get that.
Sometimes I
Good
feel
job.
like they just need to shut up and get to the point, but there's certainly times when I can appreciate the full
Same with
rounded.
Stephen King. Same
That's
way.
exactly what I was gonna
Why
say.
do I need
It's like the
100
fucking Stephen
chapters?
King of definitions. Like I just can't. I can't. I hate it.
I haven't read enough Stephen King. To
Well,
really be
don't
able to
because
Don't
it's
do it,
fucking
man.
awful.
I'm sorry, Stephen King. You're badass, and people love your shit.
Yeah,
But
people
I
are
think
stupid.
It could be summed up. One time, that's what he was saying in an interview. He was like, "I don't want you to know that somebody ate a mouse. I want you to know how it felt going down, what it smelled like, tasted like,
Right.
what his claws felt like on the back of his tonsils, and all that shit." And I'm like, I get it now, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't
Be-
want to read your book.
By the time you've explained like one character,
I forgot what I was reading
It's
about.
like
I
there's
didn't know
different
what to
levels
read.
of focus and attention to
Oh,
detail.
it takes
It's
a
like
lot.
some, scientists are like, oh, we're going to look at this shit through a microscope. Let's cut it the fuck open. Other
Right.
people are like, it's a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just ate that shit.
You know, Couchy tried to get me to read some of his shorter stuff because he's got just like short stories essentially, or novellas, or whatever it's considered.
Right?
And I just never could do it because of all the other shit that I'd read that I hated that was
Yeah.
just long and drawn out.
Yeah.
Nope, just not appealing to me.
Mm.
I would really like to.
Oh
Nope.
yeah.
I just, nope, not going to happen.
It's like if you listen to a bunch of shitty rappers and your friend has
Yeah.
has a mixtape. Listen
Oh,
to this.
fuck.
No.
No.
I know what I'm getting into.
I don't want
Thanks,
none
though.
of this. I
Keep
don't
that
know
shit
what
to
that shit.
yourself.
We used to been up in Chicago, and so if we had a habit of buying like that, because you have those people sitting outside of a show or something, like trying to sell their mixtape.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
I swear, every time, dude, Sarah make me buy it, and it turned into a habit. We just always we had at one time, dude, we had a stack
God,
of
we had so
mixtapes.
many.
A lot of
And-
them was from these people named Chuck Boys or something
Yeah.
from Louisville.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
None of it was good.
None of
Hardest
it was
working
good.
motherfuckers in the city.
Dude, they were
Terrible
giving it.
music.
Terrible,
Terrible
yeah.
music.
But I
It
give
was-
it up to him for sure.
Yeah.
And they would even give them out for free.
If
but
you couldn't find money.
Yeah, if you have some money that you'd like to give me, cool.
Yeah.
But here, I just want you to hear my music.
There's like this broad in San Francisco that gave me a book on Buddhism.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I fucking got rid of it because I'm so goddamn stupid.
Yeah.
You didn't read it,
Yeah.
or did you?
No.
Damn.
Because at the moment I was like, all right, cool. I would like to read this.
Fuck
And then,
me too.
But then I
dude.
just didn't. And then one day, like a year or two ago, I tried to find it. I was like, oh, fuck, I don't have it.
Oh,
You know,
sucks.
that's Buddhism is something that I told her I really want to study because I feel like it's so peaceful and it's so I could really find myself in Buddhism compared to other religions, but I won't do it. I won't do it because it was the only serious boyfriend she ever had, and he turned into a Buddhist.
Yeah.
So I'd hate to do that to her again. I'll go off to a monastery
Well, just
somewhere.
don't leave me.
Yeah, maybe try
Yeah.
a vow of silence instead of moving elsewhere.
You want to know something fucked up? I heard the other day that nuns. You know what a nun is, or what a nun started off as? You know how the what do they call them? Not preachers. They're the lead guy in a Catholic church. Priest, right?
Yes.
The priests can't get married. And they can't have sex and all that shit. Nuns used to be whores. That's why they all stay on the monastery. You have the priests that stay in their thing, and the nuns. Well, they used to be whores. So what they would do, they would appoint them these positions, and that they were married to God. But in reality, they were to serve the priests.
See,
Wow.
Shaggy Too Dope
Oh,
in
yeah.
an ICP song says, she sucked the preacher's dick in the pulpit.
Yeah.
I know the goings on.
Yes.
So, yeah.
He
was just
knew
reading
what
up
was
on
going
that shit.
on,
But
yeah.
then he busted off shots. And you know,
That was when they told me that it crushed me. I'm like, oh shit. So it's all you gotta think, all this religion and shit like that. It's just a power play for these people.
so then the nuns got tired of it, and then they moved on to the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nuns.
Yeah.
Suck
went
it
on
up,
strike.
nuns.
Yeah.
God.
It's your fault all
Yeah.
these little
You
boys are
think-
getting fucked.
It's not the priest doing it.
You
It's
think the-
goddamn nuns.
The priests, they're like growing up, you know, like, what's the best position for me to fuck little boys? And they're like, do you
Yeah.
think they've always wanted to fuck little boys, or it just that position kind of grows on you? Like, I gotta fuck a boy now.
Milo Yiannopoulos was talking about it one day, and he said there seems to be a positive correlation between homosexuality and the
Catholicism.
priesthood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
I
I
think
can
it's
see
just
that.
kind of plays out.
I think
Yeah.
it's because they're not allowed to do anything. They're so restricted in so
Yeah.
many ways. Like, it
Ain't that
is-
funny? The priest isn't.
Yeah.
Or the priest is restricted, but the followers,
Yeah.
they can do everything they
Just
want
do whatever.
and then repent on Sunday.
Yep.
But, I mean, I guess from that perspective, like the Christian perspective, it is all about restriction and shit like
The
that.
cr-
But
yeah,
then you think
Christian.
about, like, the holy people of, like, the East,
Yeah.
like the Hindus and the Buddhists and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, they always have a smile on their face, and they
Yeah.
have their vices,
They
like
do,
they're
they're happy.
smoking and shit. They
Yeah.
got
Oh yeah.
their harem, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, this is just, that's part of it. That's cool.
Fuck yeah, man.
But then the restriction, it's like, they take it a little too far,
Yeah.
and they torture
Definitely.
themselves with it.
That's what it is. It's kind of lightweight torture in a way. Like
Mm-hmm.
you know, you have to do it. And whether it is true, it's not true, Christianity, Buddhism, whatever, the Muslim faith, I don't know. And it's not for me to know. I don't care. I don't
Right.
care to get in that argument with people.
I
In
was
my
like, I
reality,
care to know, but
I wanna
don't
know, yeah.
Okay.
but in my reality, I just believe that there's a higher power. I don't believe it's too commercialized.
Yeah.
You know, all it is a money game. Let's fucking face it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a money game. Like, how can I get you in?
Plus, it's influence.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can I spread my thoughts
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
dude.
you people?
And that's so sad too, because they fucking like run people's lives. Some people are so scared to make the pastor see them look bad or whatever. They completely change everything they are
Yeah.
because of the church. Like, dude, you're you. Fuck everything else. Be you. Why would you want to down yourself your whole life?
Right.
Do you want to go like that? Why do you want to do that?
I don't know.
I want to say fuck. I want to
Yeah,
dance around in a
right.
fucking Speedo.
Yeah.
Like, that's my thing.
I
Leave me
know.
alone.
That one broad
me
that
alone.
called me lazy for not giving her gloves.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I upset her again the other day, and she started
Fuck
like
yes.
talking to the Holy Ghost, and she was all
Shut
like,
your mouth.
"Don't even let me." It's like, let's just not talk anymore.
Wow. Oh.
You know, and
But it
that's
was funny though, because I was like, "Yes, I got the Holy Ghost out of her."
You know what's
You know,
this is from
jeez.
a Christian perspective. You know why they do that? and why people say I'm a Christian, so I'm not going to say what I want to say to you and stuff.
Right.
They literally think like they're more powerful than you are. And they're more righteous because they have God on their side, or they pray to Jesus. And
yeah, but if they were really Christian, they'd know that having the thought is the same as taking the action.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like, you dumbass Christian,
Yeah,
you don't
God
read your
knows
shit.
what's in your heart.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. And
So
that's
you
what I'm
might
saying.
as well say it.
That's why like you have so much hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy is because you have
Most
that, like they're like
hypocrisy.
they want you to know that they're better than you.
Yeah.
They don't cuss. They don't have sex with little boys, although they do.
I don't drink.
I don't
wouldn't
drink.
dare.
I'll
Yeah.
have a glass of wine every once in a while, but only to bring me closer to Christ.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the blood. Drink of it.
I drink it and read the Bible.
Yeah,
Hey, did you
man.
guys see that they're going to make a new Blade movie?
Oh shit! Did
Yeah,
they
dude.
really?
The guy, I don't know his name, but he was in the most recent season of True Detective or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna play Blade. It's coming out. No, they haven't listed it yet.
You
they
don't
just
know?
announced it. No, it says the date to be
Oh
determined.
shit!
Okay.
You know who would do a dope ass Blade? Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
He'd
sign
do
him
a
up,
dope
dude.
ass everything.
Yeah,
God,
dude.
man, put him on the list. Dude. I love him as an actor.
Oh my God, you guys hear they're gonna have that one? They're gonna have a chick play not James Bond, but 007. They're
Nope.
passing the mantle.
You know,
I did not know that.
That
fuck.
upsets me.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I think
That's weird.
I think movie companies, you know, Hollywood, fucking, I mean, name any group that, you know, creates music, all that shit, are so much going out of their way to be like, we're cool with this.
Yeah.
It's like when a really racist guy is like, I have a black friend.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they want you to
true.
know, like,
Good
we're
old
cool.
Frank. I worked with him for 45 years. Like, go
So
fuck
to-
yourself.
to do
Sometimes
this-
I'd give him an apple.
So to do this, they're like, what can we do most extreme to show them we're okay?
Let's
We're okay
ruin
with it.
007.
Yeah.
Although I thought it was kind of funny because I got mad about that, but like a week before, somebody had jokingly said Gillian Anderson, who played Scully on the X-Files, should
Yeah.
be the next James Bond. And I was like, I'd watch the shit out of that
Yeah.
because she
Yep.
kicks ass. But it wasn't her, so I was
No.
pissed.
Or the girl from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I could watch her. in
Mila
that.
Jovovich.
Yeah. Is that the same girl from The Fifth Element? No.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I was
Yeah.
gonna say the same person
I
then.
was saying, no, that girl's Chris Tucker.
But that's
Did you hear that laugh?
I'd definitely watch that 007 with her. You know, but they have to have a see, and that's another thing they're not paying attention to. You have to have a reason why that's a thing, because 007
don't
has always
just
been a
do
man.
it.
Make
Yeah.
her 008.
Double
I know, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because like in GoldenEye, they had 006. It was Trevelyan
Exactly.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, great, whatever. But it's just like 007. It's like if somebody plays for the Bulls, they're not number 23.
Right.
It's Jordan.
Yeah.
Retire that goddamn
You
number.
retire the number.
If
yeah.
a chick wants to kick ass and be a spy, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll watch her fuck dudes and kill people.
Yeah.
But she is not 007.
No, I don't
think
understand.
they're patronizing. That like people think, oh, that's so cool, especially in the transgender or that kind of community where they really give a fuck about it and they can't take a joke to save their life.
Right.
Like they're not wrapping their head around that they are patronizing them in a way. So they're like, well,
Yeah.
we know there's a big majority of people who get their feelings hurt like little bitches. So let's play to them.
Yeah.
I kind of described this idea to the Rents the other day, where it's like if you have the really good kid on the sports team,
Yeah.
you don't have to talk him up.
Right.
You have like the shitty kid that just rides the bench and drinks Gatorade.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
have to
you
tell
gotta
him
talk him
how
up.
important he is to the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
So I mean, if you just find your place and it fits in naturally, that's great.
There's definitely no reason to change. It's not the same character, so you can't call them the same thing. I don't understand that.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
you can't, or there has to be a very good storyline.
And, yeah,
as to why
unless
she killed
007
007.
got a sex change.
Oh, There you go.
Boom. Here we go.
Done.
Now he's a she.
Now
Okay.
he's
Now
really
it-
deep cover.
Yeah, dude. Now it fucking works. Otherwise, it
That's a
doesn't
good
make
one.
sense, and it's a new
Good.
fucking movie, and that's
Yep.
a new character
Yeah,
in the story.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That would
in
be
case
what you'd have
somebody's
to do.
listening that's kind of, I don't know, stupid. I'm not mad about Black Ariel. I
Yeah.
don't care
You know,
about
I'm
that.
not mad at that. I'm so not
That's
mad at
fine.
that. Yeah, that's fine. But we're talking about changing the whole character. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is still a female. Like, you know, it's Ariel. She's a
Right.
mermaid, not a merman.
Yeah.
You know, so we're cool with that.
I
Like,
know.
that's
It's
the-
like if
that's the point.
Aquaman was a chick, although they are
Right.
making chick Thor. But that's
Yeah,
fine
dude.
because it's canon. It was in the comics. It's fine.
Oh, was it in the comics?
Yeah.
Well, see, there you go.
Okay,
So
yeah,
you got that.
then that makes sense.
You win.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't gonna say shit about that.
That's cool.
But don't like go out of your way to be like, we're fucking cool with
Right, like you've created this whole fantasy world and characters and backstory and all this shit, and then just gonna be like, officially they're different starting today, but only for this fucking movie. Like,
You know,
that
though,
doesn't work.
with all the people with their feelings hurt and shit like that, you know, you don't go far if you get your feelings hurt, if you can't take pressure, if you
Yeah,
can't,
dude,
you
fuck
don't
your
go
feelings.
far. So a lot of those people, I think that's another way to hold them down. Like, yo, you get your feelings hurt, like little baby back bitch.
Yeah.
Well, you're not
That's
gonna
what
be anything.
Dave Chappelle was talking about that one time, like in an interview.
Yeah.
He's like, people in the entertainment industry, if you can't take criticism and stress and pressure and stuff, you're not gonna go far.
Right.
Exactly, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good thing. Like, okay, cool, because it weeds out all that shit for us or for somebody else to make more money. Like, if you want to do the things that those fucking whiny bitches don't want to do, and not bitches in female, but bitches is in the
Bitches.
group of people that
Yeah.
get their feelings
Men
hurt,
Yeah.
can be bitches too.
Yeah.
then so be it. Like, let them fall behind. Let them not work as hard, and I'll fucking overtake them. You know, don't
Yeah.
come crying to me when you ain't got a pot to piss in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Absolutely.
Why
Fuck.
not just piss in the grass?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want it to touch my feet.
Vagina.
Oh, man.
Vagina.
At a show the other day, I kind of had some dribble go down my leg. I
Not the
didn't like
dribble,
that.
bro.
Yeah.
Peed
I
yourself?
fucking hate when you dribble and then you have to, it gets cold. Like, say you dribble and you're sitting there pissing, it gets cold, you put your underwear back on, you're like, oh, catch you off guard, you know?
I didn't expect it to be an ice tray down there.
I swear, I had this issue where my ass sweats. They used to call me swamp ass when I wrestled because my ass would just sweat.
When I'd
There's
go
something wrong with it.
visit
Because
him.
like a green monster would come out of it sometimes.
When I'd go visit him in prison, they wore khakis. You could always see a little
always see it.
sweat right here
Always
every
see it, bro.
time because he
Hell
was
yeah.
nervous.
Because that, when I get nervous, stuff like
I
that,
thought it was
it's
cute.
overactive. It just sweats, bro.
Yeah.
And it does the same thing. So I'll go to like take a shit, right? Well, while they're down there, they're getting ice cold, especially in a public restroom. They
Yeah.
got that fucking air just blasting you in the
dude.
face. Well, then you put them back on, and it's like putting a thing of ice on your butthole. Like, it's so weird. So
Butthole
weird.
Just
Butthole
common
ice.
practice around here.
That's
Common
awesome.
practice.
I don't
But
know.
yeah, dude.
I like your nails, by the way. I'm glad you did that because I was
Thanks.
looking at them. They look nice. I think
Yeah.
that's the first time I've ever seen them not chipped.
I was just say, are they all matching, or did you
Oh.
It's my guitar hand, though.
Okay.
I
yeah,
pounded
Show
that
him.
guitar.
pound that
Show
guitar?
him.
Yeah, are they all the same? Oh yeah, cool.
Although I thought it was kind of funny because, like,
One's green.
yeah. but
Okay.
My right hand looks better than my left hand, but I'm right-handed.
Yeah.
You probably because you
That's how mine
concentrated.
always worked out whenever I would do mine. This one always looked way better.
It's like, yeah, I get sloppy.
Yeah. But I am very
Oh,
left-hand
fuck it.
dominant, even though I'm right-handed. I use my left for everything except writing.
It's weird.
I know. It's kind of nice, though.
I try to do it
Kinda nice, though.
consciously. Like, I'll try to use my left hand as a means of, like, all right, I could be a little better.
I really noticed how left-hand dominant I was when it was broken because I couldn't fucking do
Nah.
anything. It was a nightmare. Nothing. Everything was difficult.
You
If
know-
this one had been broken, I'd be just fine.
In guitar, because you train that hand to do all that little intricate stuff, and this one to do all that, picking intricacies. Well, in drumming though, I always thought, yeah, they both work in tandem. I'm good, Well, in drumming, dude, ask her, like, I got sick tempo with this hand, and I can go really fast. This one will not catch up. It's like it's like
because you
has
had no
learning
wrist
disability.
training with this guy. It
Yeah,
was all
nothing.
fingers.
That's it, dude.
And you could probably twirl the stick in this hand better.
Probably, yeah, man. That was always weird to me because I mean I can concentrate and it's still just a tad bit slower, tad bit slower.
Tad bit slower.
Well, it's
It is
actually a lot
getting-
bit slower.
Slow
It
it
is
down
getting
now,
better
yeah.
though.
That's one thing that's really cool when you actually see that progress. It's crazy because I can do paradiddles and paradiddle diddles and shit like that, and they get faster. You don't think they'll ever get faster because you have to do them so slow, but they get fucking faster. And you're like, how did this happen? Like, how
Practice.
did it get here?
Yeah, man.
That's
Practice
Evolution.
makes
Yeah,
perfect.
it's so beautiful, man. It's so beautiful. The
Practice
mind's a
makes
beautiful thing.
progress.
Have you guys seen the trailer for Top Gun Maverick?
Nope.
Dude, it's gonna be so good.
Is it
Yeah.
good though?
Yeah, it looks awesome. I can't wait.
Top Gun Maverick. I don't know if I've ever seen the first one all the way through though.
You'd know if you had.
I haven't seen it either. It's okay.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's gold.
I feel like the same about I've never seen none of the Lethal Weapons.
Oh yeah, I haven't either.
I've seen the fourth one.
The fourth what? Lethal Weapon?
Yeah.
Oh.
I haven't seen the first one all the way through though. I feel like it's not important.
Probably not,
It's like,
dude.
ooh, you have your character dynamic, and then they crack a case together.
They're
It's,
all important.
Like Fast
Are
and the
they?
I
Furious.
don't know. I've never seen any of them.
To me,
Dude, Hobbs and Shaw looks awesome.
I'm okay with that. I am not okay with them making another Fast and Furious. That should
Oh no, I
end.
haven't seen any of those.
That
Fuck
sh-
those movies. But
Oh, they're
Oh,
all
fuck
good,
Hobbs
you.
and
actually.
Shaw looks awesome.
Fuck you. Look, I grew up like that
How
was
can
our shit.
I'm sorry, hold on. How can you say that? It's the same shit.
No,
Hobbs and they it's
no,
a
because
spinoff.
Hobbs and Shaw, yeah, it's a spin-off, and it looks like it's just in a comical like action world. Fast and the
Yeah.
Furious is, oh, I'm a fucking street racer. Got my girl. Got my wife.
No,
beater.
but look, it did
No,
my-
there's
There's
so
no,
much
it,
more to it.
But that's
though.
how I look at it.
It
Yeah, 'cause
yeah,
I could be
haven't seen
wrong,
it.
but that's how I see it.
it migrated
You are.
Hey, I'm like a
As a-
hillbilly racist.
as the
Fuck
movies
those
progressed. Like they in the beginning, it was like we're men racing cars, and as it progressed, it got more into like I mean they're doing shit with the cars that would never happen in real life, and
Yeah,
it got
it's
to like
entertainment.
that, like a comic book fucking world.
Yeah.
But it was very entertaining. I can't believe you never watched them, but as soon as Paul Walker died, that should be the end of it. He was Fast and the Furious,
Yeah.
and
He's
now it's
certainly
not
part of the
Fast and the
crew.
Furious.
No.
But I'm
It's
cool with
terrible.
I'm okay with it as long as they do it justice and it's well made.
I'm
I'm
sure
okay
they
with that.
will.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
That does look like Hobbs and what's the other guy?
Shaw.
Shaw, yeah, man. I'm jacked to see
Yeah,
that.
dude.
Yeah. I don't want them to make. I think they're making a Fast and Furious 9. I swear
Of course
to God.
they are. They're
So-
gonna make so much goddamn money though.
I'm okay though. If they got Tyrese in there, anything that Tyrese Gibbs is in, I'm cool with.
Yeah.
I think he's funny as shit, man.
He is very funny.
He's
The
funny,
fact that You
right?
said his last name like fucked me up.
I
If,
fucking love
It's
it.
just Tyrese.
Tyrese.
It's like nobody says Madonna's last name.
What is her last name?
I don't know.
Damn.
Exactly.
No, I think it's just one, like Syl.
Yeah, she doesn't have
Madonna,
one.
Syl. She ain't got one.
Banana hammock.
Banana hammock.
Princess
Madonna.
Consuela.
So check this out. You gotta go to work. You're fucking killing it. Do you come to the podcast? You gotta go work afterwards.
What time?
Yeah,
is
what
it?
time you gotta
It's
dip out on
6:30.
us?
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
You got time.
What time you gotta dip out? Like 7?
No.
What was that?
What do you?
I did my foot.
I have to work at 8:30. I'll be
Her
fine.
last name is Sassone.
What's the song?
Is Madonna the real first name?
Madonna Louise. I think that's how you would pronounce that. Sassone.
Sassoon.
I don't know. It's like Scorsese.
Ciccone.
Scorsese has the two. Scorsese.
Sassone.
Yeah, it would be Sassone. Yeah.
If
It's a
anybody out
last
there
name.
knows anything about pronunciation,
Yeah.
give us a
Mhm.
call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us a call.
If you know it,
We're waiting.
do it. Yeah, me and this girl, not girl, she's a lady at the gas station this morning. So what is it about gas stations and fucking Kroger and all that? They need to have you get a card, like
Yeah.
a Speedway
some
gas
kind of,
gas
yeah.
station card, just like a point rewards card. Every place you go now has one. And I told her, I said, no, I don't want it. She was like, you sure you'll get like a free? I was like, I don't want it.
No.
I don't want to watch it.
I have 19 of them at the fucking house. Keep it.
Yeah.
I don't
want
want-
nobody.
I'll tell you what it is.
They're tracking you.
Dude,
I was thinking like on a more personal level, the cashier wants you to have it because it's part of their goddamn job.
right.
The companies make it part of their goddamn job because if you have the card with you, you'll put it on your key ring, and then whenever you go somewhere, you'll see it,
Oh.
and then you're like, oh yeah, I need to go to
There
that
you go,
place,
Seaway.
and then
Yeah.
you get the repeat business.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that, but I still think that's what I always said about like Kroger and stuff. They try to map out. I think the government has a lot of things in place to map us out. Like now you even got Alexa. You got those fucking like the Roombas that actually calculate your square footage and they're wireless so that
They
you
pay
can
their
control it
dues
wireless.
though.
You know what I mean?
They clean
The
your house.
Roombas?
Yeah.
Oh, the Roombas.
I don't care if they know about the layout of my place. They clean shit.
Alexa
so.
though, dude, like you can literally have a conversation with this thing. Like
Dude, sometimes that bitch is so goddamn stupid.
Alexa,
Yeah.
do you have one?
Don't talk
I don't
about
have
it
one,
like
but
it's a
there's-
real person.
But there's one around the apartment. I live with Alexa.
Oh no.
She's not mine, but I live with one.
Damn it. I wouldn't do it.
I talk
bro.
about her like the cat.
All the things that you dislike in the world, and you're going
you're
to
good
refer
with
to
that?
some shit as if it's a human.
But yeah, it's for whenever there's
Get
the
out.
robot uprising.
You
want to
be
on
friends.
their side.
Yeah.
It's a power
you can
move.
you can be on their side, but it's not a person.
I hate to be that guy that's like the government is like watching but
I
it's
love being
been,
that person.
But they are
and they
watching.
It's
are
been
watching.
proven.
Yeah.
like it's on paper that they watch us and like the camera in your phone, the camera in your house, the cameras on our front door and all that shit. Like that's how they act. Like they can watch you if you raise some suspicion. Look, if I go to Google and I'll search like vacuums, right?
Yeah.
I go to Facebook later on and then there's a link for vacuums and stuff. You go to Twitter, link for fucking
See,
vacuums.
as
and
long
shit.
as the people that have that ability remain passive, I don't
Yeah,
give a
come
shit.
on, bro. They definitely have already militarized it for sure. But I'm that guy now.
I mean, it's fine if you want to militarize it, but don't use it on your general populace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think they will, though. It's too tempting not to.
It's like the conundrum that Morgan Freeman faced in The Dark Knight, you know.
Oh,
Whenever
yeah.
Batman
he
made
would
that
walk
fucking
away.
thing, you know, and he was all like, oh, no, this is too intrusive.
Yeah, he was like, I'll never be a part of it.
I can't think of his goddamn character name. But whatever,
I
it's
don't
Morgan
know,
Freeman.
Yeah, that guy.
I know. What is his name?
But
We'll never
he's
figure
the
it out.
butler.
Artie.
Artie.
Yes.
But yeah, man,
Oh,
that's
fine.
very intrusive. And we take steps to get around that. You have to, you have your phone, the laptop. You always forget to fucking, cover up the thing. The cameras on the front of the thing. We think we're, protecting our shit, which we are. But they're also they can watch that shit and see what you're doing.
Yeah.
So the thing is not to do crime to a point where you need to be watched. Get right under the radar so that they
Right.
don't watch you. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
I was thinking, even technically in a court of law, they can't use it against you. So who gives a
sure?
shit?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
obtained it illegally.
There's
Yeah.
not a way around that.
No.
So
There
but-
was with the Patriot Act,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure that's gone now.
I think there's something about like they can
If not, fuck me.
they can't convict you on it, right? Here's the way around that. There's a loop to it. And so
A
because we
loop-de-loop.
watched it the other day, they don't convict you off of what they found illegally, but they can obtain a search warrant because they have suspicion.
Yeah,
They can do that.
and then they
So
can
that's-
find
But if
other
it's stuff
shit.
within the privacy of your own home and your neighbors don't know about it, how are they going to have any kind of suspicion, probable cause?
Oh, from
and
the
shit?
videos, from the illegally obtained videos. That's
Well,
what
how
they.
the fuck are they going to get a warrant for things that they obtained illegally?
I tell you, dude.
What kind
That's
of weird ass loophole is
that's
that?
that's why. What was it? Atlanta. They stopped doing like controlled buys, like you're like a CI. Say that, and they have you go buy drugs.
What's
and
a
then-
CI?
Confidential informant.
Yeah, confidential informant.
Okay.
So you go buy the drugs, and then they convict that guy for selling to a CI,
What's a
right?
CI?
So what they started doing was CUs, which were undercover agent, like undercover cop or
Right.
UCs. Is what they
UCs.
call them, undercovers. Now they do the buys because back when they had CIs, they could only obtain a search warrant for probable cause because
Yeah.
it was illegally obtained. So that's what, there's a fine line between that shit, man. They got ways around it. There's loopholes.
Always, there's always.
Technicality.
If they want you bad enough, they will
They got you.
get you. It doesn't matter if they have evidence or not.
Well, I mean, I tend to think like I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, where like if they want to get you, they'll get you, but they're only gonna get you like if you're doing some
If
hardcore
you're really
shit.
doing it, yeah. So don't do that
No,
shit.
that's not true at all. How
Well-
many times have we seen? I mean, my God, we've been watching that shit of people getting locked up with
Yeah.
life sentences because these cops are talking to them. They're like, I know you did this. I know you did this. And after 18 hours of being interrogated, they're
Yeah.
like, fuck it. Yeah, I did. And they just want to leave. And there's no evidence to
Right.
support any of it. But they're using the confession strictly
well,
Right. Okay.
because they want to get them.
In principle, I share your outrage.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the person that is being interrogated and shit, just don't crack.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah,
but
just
then you
don't
don't
give up.
face prison.
Yeah, it sounds good, but that's why it's happened time and time again because people get tired of being just like, I'm hungry, I'm tired, you've
And
been
for those-
asking me the same
But then if you
shit.
know your rights and you know the long game that they're playing, you just
Yeah.
say, no,
No.
I didn't do shit. And
So-
then you suffer for 24 to 48 hours.
Well,
And then you're fine.
See, they can't, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't know, that if you ask them to their face, am I being detained?
Yeah.
And they say, no, we're just questioning, you can
Yeah,
get up
you
and
go.
walk out.
Yeah.
So I think everybody needs to be taught that lesson, that just because they're law enforcement, if you are not being detained or arrested, you can get up and walk out.
Yeah.
So, because they don't have the evidence, this is what they're trying to get from you.
Yeah.
I
You
know.
And I've been pulled in many interrogation rooms, and they
They're
hammer it
snaky
down,
fucks
They're
preying on stupid people.
Yeah.
And they do a good job at it.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched a bunch of stories about it. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It happens all the time.
Did you wink at me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
I was
ever
trying
get
to play
caught up,
Twister
bro.
after the
You wanna play
podcast.
some
Hell yeah,
Twister?
let's play some Twister
Ride
right
the
goddamn
lightning.
now.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
broadcast that shit.
So that's
Yeah.
I was gonna try to come up. I'm trying to come up with little comedy bits. You know what I mean? Trying to get back on the comedy deal.
Yeah.
You know. And I was sitting there talking about this is actually a fact that every male has a homosexual experience sometime in his life.
Right.
Usually when you're developing, you know, you have a you have a want to like, oh, what's the butthole for? Like, let me stick something up there. Well, I want to create this joke about me having those, homosexual experiences where I would like stick my fingers up my ass and shit.
Right.
But then it boded well for me when I got to prison because I was able to fit a lot of shit in my ass. We were just trying, but I'm trying to build a joke around that. I think it would go well. I think it's a good
Hey,
one.
shit. I love it.
And if you haven't watched Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, the
Yeah.
new season, fucking amazing. It's
Yeah,
great.
You should definitely
It's great.
do that.
He told
Jamie
me about
Foxx is
that.
bad.
It made me happy.
Yeah.
Who the hell? I didn't even look at it yet.
Oh god, dude, go home and watch
Forgive
it.
me, I'm busy.
Yeah, I know, man. You got
Doing
a lot,
what?
You got a lot going
Watching
on.
Trapped in the Closet.
Yeah.
Trapped in the closet.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah,
Eddie
man.
Murphy's on there.
Oh, Eddie Murphy.
Martin
Yeah.
Short's been on there. Fuck. I don't even. What's his name? Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
That laugh.
I know, dude. He reminds me
So
of Couch so much.
Whatever, I
He's
can't do
so uncomfortable,
Yeah.
like the whole time, and he's talking, and then he's like, like moving around and shit, because he's so uncomfortable.
It's,
Plus, I would assume he was high as shit.
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
He
Being high
seemed
around
like he was
Seinfeld.
stoned.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh god, what's he thinking about me?
Jamie Foxx was on there.
Jamie Foxx, that was a really, really good one. But Seth Rogen, I like him as a person. You get burned out of those movies. It's just like Will
Yeah.
Ferrell's movies.
Yeah.
They all just ran together.
Because they have like the
Bad boy.
same base
Yeah, man.
point for like, all right, well, let's make a movie.
I
Oh,
know-
well, it'll end up being like this.
I know you're making good money off that shit and stuff, but come on, man. Like, come up with a better character and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Come up with another one. Be creative. But Seth Rogen's shit did that too. You know what I mean? Where it got, but him as a person was awesome. I was
Yeah.
like, I like this dude. You know, I'd chill out with him, hang out, whatever. Come be on the podcast,
Hell
homeboy.
yeah.
Ooh, see, I feel like Jonah Hill kind of got out of that.
Yeah.
It's like he started to branch out into more
And did very
dramatic
well.
shit. Yeah.
Like Wolf of Wall
badass.
Street
Hill's the
was
shit.
awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and he had.
Fuck you, you dress like shit.
Then he did one where he was a psychotic guy. You remember that? We watched that together. That was fucking good. If we can remember that, I'll put it in the
know.
comments. But
I can't remember for the life of me.
Yeah, he was a psychotic guy or whatever. I don't know what the movie was, but it was. He was
like
legit.
your explanation. Both times was the same thing. You know, he's a psychotic guy.
But he's.
But
like
I mean,
psychotic.
he's like a psychotic guy.
You know, he's psychotic.
You get it? You get
he's
it?
a male.
He's
and
a male psychotic
he
guy.
was psychotic.
No, I mean, but he did really well outside of that kind of comedy. But he played that character a lot, like in Accepted and all that shit. He played that same character for a while, but I'm so glad he fucking was like, yeah, come on, man.
Dude.
I'm out.
Mm.
So that's what Seth Rogen needs to do.
Yeah.
Because if not, he'll be, pushed to the back of the line. Like, nobody gives a shit about that stuff no more.
He's rich as fuck, though. Who cares?
Who gives a fuck,
He just wants
right?
to sit around and smoke weed anyway.
Achieved greatness.
Achieved. Yeah. Mm.
So, when's the next show? Because you just played a coffee shop, right?
Yeah.
Is that a coffee? That was
Yeah, it was
a
a coffee
badass
shop,
setup, bro.
Yeah, it was,
I
liked it.
I digged it. I'll have to show you the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You
gonna
should
have
always
Spot
show me
in
the pictures.
Owensboro is where it
They gave
was.
us
Yeah.
free tea and shit.
Damn it, man.
Yeah.
So when's the next show? This goes out on Monday or Tuesday. So when after that?
Actually, I don't have a clue.
Oh, okay.
I know
Whenever-
next
practicing next
weekend. You
weekend.
have
Oh, you got some
none.
practice.
I don't know. Do we have a show next week?
No, you don't. You have none.
Okay.
You have none. Ooh,
Well,
she knows.
unless she scheduled something. But
But we want to make sure that the audience knows that the audio for these are coming up on Spreaker every Monday at 4 o'clock. And then the videos come up every Tuesday at 4 o'clock on YouTube. So check our shit out. We got a Twitter now, an Instagram. Follow us on both of those and Facebook, whatever your preference is. If you don't want to follow us at all, fuck you.
That's right.
But other than that, we want to appreciate your watching our podcast and supporting us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
Hopefully we bring
thanks.
some enjoyment to your life.
Come back and see us.
But other than that, thank you for listening. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Wildly
You
Uninteresting
just said
podcast.
Whatever, he's happy. He's
I know,
happy.
but give it a bye. He's happy, boy.
Wildly
Yeah.
Uninteresting. Stay.